Hi, I am Kaan Zorlu, also known as Ovaida, and welcome to the second lesson of this XGEN tutorial series. In this lesson, we will detail our XGEN grooming by adding new guides and shaping them in the way we want, adding a new clump modifier and generate a color map that will help us later on this process. I'm just filling in between gaps. I'm adding new guides inside in the middle between the edges of our guides, of our previous guides, and just shaping them to make sure that they are not looking straight at all from any angle. I'm just rotating around my model to see my guides from different angles and see how they are shaped together and how they are looking like. As you can see here, keeping in mind the hair shape I want, the proxy I have already made. As you can see, the corner on the back of the head here. It's really important to plan your hairstyle ahead before you start working on it. That's why you need to take a look at a lot of references before you start working on your hair. You need to even sculpt it to make it to help you get the shape you want for the character. Actually, since you're not working on a hair itself, you want it to look good at your character, the character you're working on. So you have to plan ahead the hairstyle you're looking for. As you can see here, I'm just filling in between the gaps because I don't want my XGEN guides to be far away from each other. This will help us on the next stage. After we start detailing our hair, you will see later in this course how it is really important not to leave a lot of big gaps between each guides. This will give us more control over the hair and the hair flow we are looking for. As you can see, the front part of this hair is really important since it will be the first thing we will look at. I'm checking the silhouettes as well and filling inside the guides here. You see, just adding some shapes to match exactly the sculpt I already did. As you can see here, we are seeing the wireframe of the hair proxy we have since it is in a template mode from the layer. And here is something really important. I don't want to go on and fill the guides on all over my scalp. I'm just working on one side. As you can see, I just work on one side at a time. And after, I'm really happy with the shape because there's a lot of guides we will be adding. So after adding all the guides, at least the main shapes of the guides I'm looking for, I will just mirror them to the other side. This will be really helpful and it will be really time consuming. Of course, if we're talking about the symmetry, we will adjust the symmetry later after mirroring our guides, but this will be later on in this course. So here I'm still adding my guides. As you can see, I'm really taking care of the small details of each small guide's shape. I don't want any of my guides to be so generic and so straight. Even the smallest guide here, I'm giving it a shape. I'm giving it a flow to make all my hairstyle flowing in one direction and exactly the way I want it to be at. There's something really important here to keep in mind, that I don't want my guide to be overlapping. Any of you guys who started grooming will face such a problem, the overlapping guides. It is really important not to overlap your guides or else your hair will not look any natural. As you can see, after I mirrored this to the other side, I have the full shape that I'm looking for. It looks really good. It looks in shape. It matches my scalp and it has some kind of the reference flow here. So once I'm really happy with the first guides I'm working on, I'll start preview my description. As you can see, this is the very first preview we generated from XGEN. So the first thing, of course, turning off the tube shades as it doesn't look good. So Now we need to draw the mask because I want a specific area of my scalp to generate hair. I don't want all the scalp to generate hair. So before drawing any masks, make sure that your UVs are very good. It should be good, clean, and really taking the space of the UV so you can draw like a high quality masks. It's really important for XGen to get a high quality mask. So after adjusting the UV shape, I'll delete history of course because I don't want any history to build up on my scalp. Then I'll reference my layer so I cannot select it anymore, and from the mask I will just create a new map. I will give it a name. I will select a resolution. In my case it will be 100. Here I will set the map to be black because XGen have a big problem on the edges. Even if you paint the edges, you will still get hair flowing out on the edge of the scalp. So the trick here is to make your mask flooded in a black color and then just paint the white color under your guides. This will be really helpful not to get any leftover hairs on the edges of your scalp. After that, you will open the tool settings just to adjust our tools to start painting the mask. I will always select the hard brush. It's really important for XGen. I'll select the white color and then I will turn the reflection on. This will help me. It will be really time consuming. So now, after everything is set, I will start drawing my mask. As you can see, I will draw the white colors just where the guides are. Keep in mind that your guides can be outside of your mask, but don't draw the mask away from the guides. This will give you a really bad results. Here, as you can see, when you hold control while painting, it will invert the colors. So let's say you painted in white and you just hold control and draw, it will paint in black, which is really helpful to clean up your mask. As you can see, I don't want any blur, I don't want any smoothness on this mask since the edge of this hair will be covered with a short hair later. So I will not take care of that at the moment. Something really important in XGen is you need to save your map. As you can see, when I clicked on the save icon, you need to save your map so XGen can convert this 2D map into PetX map. That's what XGen uses. So as you can see, now the hairstyle looks much cleaner after adding this density map, which is really looking really good at the moment. I will just raise the anti-aliasing number just to give me smoother results in the viewport. And as you can see, the generated hair is fitting really good inside my scalp, because it is the shape I'm looking for. Here I need to adjust some of the guides to move to the edge of the sculpt I already have. So just holding control and left mouse click, drag and drop it, and it will change the place of the guides we already placed. We need to adjust the map again after changing the position of the guides, of course, because I want some hair to be generated here. So just saving the map, and this will be very clean. From now on, since I adjusted the guides, the easiest way to match it is to just delete your other side and just mirror the guides again. It's really easy to do once you do it. As you can see, selecting the guides from the front side will be much easier. Okay, now everything looks really good. I love the flow. It really matches the sculpt I have. So let's start adding the clump modifier. The first modifier we will be working on. As you can see, this will really help us match the shape and the flow of the hair actually. So just select guides. I want the clump map to be generated over the guides only. This is really important when shaping the hair, and turning on the color preview will give me, each clump will give it its own color. It's really important to see each color of the clump. Here I will give you a trick to also project the clump map on the guides as well. as you can see here, when you assign a ptex map from the preview tab, and then just browse for the clamp here, as you can see, just go for your clamp, the clamp 01, and once you select the maps, your map is selected, but there is nothing here, right? Why they're turned black? Because it's a bug in XGen where you need to open the expression editor and just copy the path and just paste it. Now look at that. You have the guides color just matching the clamp colors. It's really important when working on a really complex hairstyle to have the guides color match your clamp color. Thank you everybody for watching this lesson, and see you in the next lesson.